What's up, y'all? Okay, so welcome back to my studio. Today I am aiming to finish this, but also wait, let me show y'all. I'm in my some people call it boo boo, some people call it moo moo, but it's a little wrinkled because I've been sitting. But I love these like dresses that my sister and her husband always get from West Africa. I think people call them boo-boos. Oh wait, hold on, sorry, I'm like shaking the tripod. They're mostly called boo-boos, but also I think some people call them moo-moos. So I felt like it would be a comfy outfit to wear for today because y'all, it's not every time text me. But anyways, I feel like I've been skipping some of my like fun rituals that I like to do. So I got a new box of incense because I feel like I've been skipping the, beginning things that I like to do to set the tone. So before we finish this pair of jeans that I've been painting today, obviously I gotta set an intention. And the incense I like to use is dragon's blood because it just has like the spiritual benefits of clearing out negativity, warding off evil, and in these times, I'm a spiritual artist, I beg. Like I gotta stay woke, okay? So we're gonna do this and set some intentions. I haven't read from the God Fashions book in a minute, and I kind of feel called to read from it today before we get started on the painting. Just to set the tone and before like more people start joining. So hey, if you're joining, what's up? Hi. Odemi Pesu here, founder of Alaere Lifestyle, and today we'll be finishing up this pair of jeans that I'm painting. But before I do that, I'm lighting some incense, setting some positive intentions, just because I don't know, I want this to be a high vibrational virtual space, and it makes me feel good when I do those things. So yeah, like I'm in the moo-moo, I'm lighting the incense. I feel very connected to my roots right now, okay? But I'd say, oops, I'm like getting it all over me. I'd say for today, the intention I would like to set, I don't know, I just feel like I have been thinking about a lot of stuff. Steven says, okay. Hi, Steven. Thanks for joining in the chat. So we're just gonna light some incense before I start painting and setting an intention, a positive intention for today's live, because I like the positivity. Fire the weed up. I wish, you know what? I wish. I haven't gardened, so to speak, in a hot minute, but it's illegal in the state I currently live in, which is very annoying. So I used to live in states where it was legal. But I'd say like the intention, the vibe for today is personal freedom and just not, allowing ourselves to feel bogged down by what society tells us we should be. Especially for me as an African woman, that is something that I meditate on a lot. And I know, Steven, it sucks. When I was in Rhode Island, New York, Cali, great time, but Georgia, they are just squares. But yeah, so personal freedom, that is the intention for today. And I feel like for me, I like to express my personal freedom through painting and wearing shit that I like to wear. Okay, so Riker Harper says, I love your hair. Thank you. This was my birthday hair. My birthday was this past weekend, so it's like I have to be blonde. And yeah, so okay. I feel like maybe I'll just read from the God Fashions book later in the live, or like to close out the live, because people are joining. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. But if you're new here, if you've never seen me before, a little bit about me. I'm an artist and a fashion designer. I own a company called Alaere Lifestyle, and I sell original artwork, and I do art gallery shows, mostly in the Southeast, but definitely working to expand in the next year. And what else? What else? I'm also a fashion designer. I just launched my fashion line this year, starting with these really cool, you know, handcrafted 100% natural leather hobo bags. And so right now I'm about to start taking wearable art commissions, which is why I've been going live painting. Okay. Steven, the birthday suit was never going to make an appearance on the internet. This ain't OnlyFans, boo-boo. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what the jeans are looking like so far. So I'm just like, how I like to paint is I like to set the scene first and then I go in with the details. So this is what it's looking like right now. And then I'm going to like kind of carve into it a few more details. Oop. So if you are like interested in commissioning some wearable art for me, then that will be available soon on my website. But if you go on my website, it's in the description, alaerelifestyle.com. But if you go and you like scroll all the way down and sign up for the newsletter, you'll actually get 10% off your first order of anything. Steven says, I want it in person though. No comments. No comments at all. Steven, you know what you should do? Take that sexual frustration and pour it into collecting my artwork. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using the Liquitex fabric medium, and then I'm just mixing it with acrylic paint. So yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to like keep working on the bottom and then I'll go to the top of the jeans. Oh, where's everyone tuning in from? Welcome, welcome. If you're enjoying, definitely give this a like. And don't forget to subscribe because I do go live every weekday at 3 p.m. And like I have a whole program of stuff that I like to do. However, because I have a few pieces that I want to finish painting before the month ends, I'm not going to just, what's it called? Like I'm not going to keep doing those other things for a little bit. Like, so I usually do like a lookbook of my fashion line and some makeup inspired by my artwork. However, I'm going to be going live painting for a little bit because I want to finish this stuff so that y'all can buy it. Okay, Stephen Usher says, I would love to make art on you. Stephen, how old are you? Like, is this how you talk to strange women that, or not strange women, but strangers who are women online? I find that to be a little peculiar. You know, so many sexual undertones, dude. Okay, so I'm just gonna like mix the fabric medium and the paint. I do want this to be just a little bit darker though, so let's see. I think to make it darker, I don't know if I have this whole container of paint here, but I don't know if I want to mix it with black because sometimes that ruins everything. But yeah, I'm just like chilling, painting today, so welcome, welcome. If you like stuff like this, I hope you stick around. I'll be here for a hot minute today because I do want to finish these jeans. Okay, wow, that actually made it super blue, but honestly, I'm not super mad at it. Diplomatic Cigar says, can the jeans be washed? Yes, they can. If you hand wash them in cold water or like a super gentle cycle in cold water, they'll be fine. I recommend spot cleaning or hand washing though. But that's just how I am with anything that kind of is like delicate or, I mean, obviously custom stuff. I just feel like I'd rather just hand wash it. But we're gonna finish these today. Okay, so let's see. Steven says, no, I don't do it often, but I was thought to go for what you want. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, you know what? I can't knock you for trying. Just try to keep it appropriate though. Just try to keep it appropriate. Okay. So it is so hot in Georgia. I'm like, part of me is happy that I'm wearing this muumuu right now because it's so light, but then also I'm a little hot. I'm like, dang, maybe I should have worn a like tank top or something. Okay. So after I'm done with this section, I'm gonna show you guys what it's looking like. But I always tell people, painting, it takes so long, in a good way. But I feel like I've been working on these, like I'm kind of trying to time how long it takes me to finish one pair of jeans so I can price accordingly, and also like when I launch the commissions be able to give an appropriate lead time. Nice. What's the largest amount of hours you painted in a row? That's a very good question. Oh, wait, is this what I think it is? Diplomatic Cigar. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you here. The largest amount of hours, I'd say the longest time I've spent painting was probably back when I first started painting again and decided to go full time, and I was like, dang, like I need a lot of work so that people can take me seriously. I would come into the studio at like 11 and honestly like paint till maybe like a short eating break, maybe 30 minutes of eating, and then come back and stay in my studio until like 4 a.m. Yeah, like I'll usually, like there's some evenings where I would come in here for sure at like 5 or 4, and then I wouldn't leave until 5 a.m. like painting nonstop. Like I know definitely with this painting I did a lot of that behavior, which is not healthy, but I don't know, I get kind of like obsessed. So I would just get really into this trance, I guess, when painting. So that's why it's interesting to be engaging with the chat and painting at the same time. I'm trying to like get used to that, but I think also this has been good because I do want to reach new collectors with my artwork and not just have to rely on local art shows. So if you are interested, check out my website, y'all, www.alaerelifestyle.com. I've placed it in the description of this live as well. Okay, this is actually so relaxing. Let me know if y'all like want me to talk, because sometimes I'm like, should I talk non-stop while painting live, or is it just relaxing sometimes for people to just watch me paint? I don't know. Let me know. Also, if you have questions about my art practice, I also love answering those. And also want to know like what y'all do. I feel like over the past few days I've been getting a lot of people who are also artists in the chat, and that's been really fun to like just talk about our different mediums that we like to engage with. Oh, this is so cute! I always love when what I'm like envisioning in my mind. I put it on the, I guess this is the canvas for today, and it matches what I want. Okay, Diplomatic Cigar says, wow, that's great, such a hard worker. I can't wait to save the life of me. yeah, I am like, I'm pretty intense. Like when I want to do something, I do like to go for it and give it all I can, but I don't see myself working that hard for anything that I don't really believe in. But you should try painting though. Like maybe try doing something abstract with alcohol inks. I feel like if somebody wants to try out, if you ever want to try out painting for the first time, alcohol inks can be really fun because they're meant to look abstract and unplanned. Whereas figurative is definitely more challenging, I think. Steven Usher says, I want to make content with you. Steven, based off of your comments, it sounds like you want to make OnlyFans content. So you might have to like clarify because you've been a little on one. What do you do, Steven? Like, are you an artist though, in all seriousness? I'm curious. I wonder if when men stream, if women shoot their shots like this. Because I found it to be very interesting. Like my mom, she joins my lives, or she watches my lives, and she's like, these men. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm aware. I mean, I find it entertaining for the most part, but just don't make me uncomfortable, y'all. That's all. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along. I'll show you guys. So, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Ooh, I wonder, now I'm like, I low-key wonder if when I finish doing these, there's an Abercrombie right by my house, like, because these are Abercrombie jeans. I'm going to pitch to them. I'm going to be like, guys, let's do a live painting event in the store, and then do like, I don't know, maybe a raffle or something, somebody can win them, or like, I don't know, something. Because I do keep up with the retail trends, like in-person retail, and right now, because online shopping and using AI to shop is really booming right now, I do think a lot of brick and mortar retail spaces are trying to find new ways to interact with their consumers. So maybe I could plug myself up in there. Diplomatic Cigars says, have you been painting for all of your life? Yeah, I have. Actually, wait, I have it right here. I'll show you guys. I have it pinned in my studio. Let me just take this out the wall real quick. I used to do art shows in elementary school and represent my school, and I have the certificate that I won. What was I in 06? 06. Maybe this was 5th grade or 4th grade. Best of show. Thank you for representing Carty Elementary School at the Gwinnett County Public Schools Tapestry Showcase. Yes, I've always been an artist, and like I remember this was the first technically exhibition I ever did in my life. We had to like submit our artwork, and then the county that I live in, so in America, I know you're based in South Africa, but like in America they have counties as part of the cities and stuff. And so, oh my gosh, actually like this makes me so happy thinking about this memory. Yeah, they had this big exhibition that kids from all over the county who were selected by the art teachers at their elementary schools, we were part of this exhibition, and I just felt so proud. But I found this, that's why it's a little bit wrinkled, because like it was just in my old stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. But I'll show y'all what my artwork looked like when I was in like 4th grade, and you'll probably see that I've somewhat kept the same style, but it's like obviously evolved. Okay, Steven says I'm an artist on my off time. Love that. Love it, love it. What kind of art do you do, Steven? Like painting, music? Tell me more. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a painting I did when I was in 4th grade. I have all of this stuff just hanging on my wall just to remind me. Okay. The Atlantic cigar says, look at you. No, literally, like, I feel so proud. So this is what I did in 4th grade. I think this was the piece that got into the art show. And yeah, like, when I look at this, okay, look at this, and then look at the artwork that I do now. Or like, I'd say this in 4th grade versus this, which is something I've done recently. I think you can kind of see the evolution for sure. So yeah, I've kind of like kept the same vibe, which I think is very interesting. Like, I can't wait till I'm a famous artist and they're like, oh, what was she creating when she was a child? Okay, let's turn this back up there. Oh, yikes. I don't even know where I hung it. 1 second. Technical difficulties. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've always been a painter. And I used to do performing arts as well. Okay. Diplomatic Cigar says, you were born with it. You have a natural talent. Look at that good stuff since primary school. Thank you. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think I always knew I was going to want to be an artist growing up. I feel like I'm yelling. Hold on, let me turn the music down. Yeah, I feel like I've always known that I wanted to be an artist when I was young, because even in group projects and stuff, I was always the one who would make, you know, the pretty poster board and be the one to present it to the class and stuff. So yeah, like art and writing, those were always my strengths. So it makes sense that I'm an author and an artist now. Even fashion design, like people used to always be like, oh my gosh, you should make a blog. And I had a pretty poppin' Tumblr back in the day, and I would just like make outfits with stuff that I thrifted. So this all tracks, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Steven Usher says all kinds of art. Dope. What's your favorite medium, Steven? I think my favorite medium right now is painting clothing. I'm actually really stoked to see how these are gonna look when I put them on. I haven't done this in so long. I used to always, so at Brown they had this music festival called Spring Weekend, and I'd always make cool stuff for me and my friends to wear because it was kind of like our mini Coachella. And they have some good acts too. I remember I saw Modest Mouse live, Kalala, Anderson .Paak. Unfortunately, I matriculated after they had already had Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino perform. But I did see Childish Gambino before I graduated high school. That was fun. ATL, reppin'. Okay. Steven says, you should let me pull up so we can paint and I can bake cookies. Do you live in Atlanta, Georgia? That's actually so funny. I'm gonna look you up, Steven, and see your real identity. Because y'all basically know my government name at this point. Oh man, I'm getting like all types of paint on me. Okay. Yeah, this is really fun. Like, I just can't wait till I have kids one day. I mean, obviously we're all married. We don't do that baby mama stuff over here. But I can't wait till I'm like married with kids, so that way my kids, like, I can expose them to the arts and we can go to really cute art museums and they'll be like, my mom is a famous artist. Manifesting, of course. But you know, I mean, I feel like I've been making a name for myself locally, but I think the reason why I've been going live more fervently and more consistently and will continue to do so, definitely because we're so close to 1,000. Oh my god, we're so close to 1,000. And I feel like once I hit that milestone, I don't know, I just feel like I'll feel good about my internet presence. um, and you'll find stick figures that were mispainted in my primary one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Do you know what that is? Diplomatic cigar. Those were stick figures, and that got turned into a movie. So, no shade to the stick figures. No shade. Okay. I might have to change my paintbrush soon, but this is looking so cute. I think I'm gonna put this color on top as well. So I'm gonna try not to use too much of the paint down here. But let me go over some areas that are looking Okay, Steven. Oh, you like water painting? That's dope. I like water painting to an extent. Like, I like water paint for adding more details. So I have this water paint, for example, that I'm totally going to use on this later just to kind of add more dimension to the flowers and stuff. But definitely for my base, I always start off with acrylics and then go from there. I'm not someone who has used oil paints ever. They kind of scare me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause you know oil paints, they take months to dry, and I don't know, that just freaks me out for whatever reason. But gouache, watercolor, acrylics, I fuck with them. Yo, diplomatic cigar, wait. Not You quoted Childish Gambino. That was actually my favorite song. I love Heartbeat. Yo, I saw, like, when I saw him live, one, that was my first time ever getting a second hand high because I was very sheltered, but that was a very lit concert. It was right after he released Stone Mountain. Yeah, I think it was right after he released Stone Mountain. I'm from Stone Mountain originally, and so it just felt really cool to see, like, whoa, somebody from my hometown, like, just making it with such a unique sound. Because I remember people used to say Childish Gambino, well, haters used to say he wasn't a real rapper, and I'm like, okay. It's giving I can't do what he does, so I'm gonna hate on it. But yeah, he's always been really cool to me and an inspiration. So it is a bit sad that he's like retiring, Childish Gambino, though. But I guess it'd be like that. You gotta move on, right? Okay. Stephen Usher says a splash of yellow will do. You have read my mind. I will be doing all that. Like, once I come back and add the details for sure. But this is kind of like well, not the underpainting, but this is me blocking out the sections first, and then I go in and like add more stuff. But yeah, yellow for sure will be making its way into this. Good eye, good eye. Okay, yeah, I loved his vibe. Have you listened to the latest Kid Cudi? I think I started to, but I didn't finish. Oh wait, we like the same kind of music. I love that. I started to, but I didn't finish his latest album, actually. But Intergalactic is one of my favorite movies, and that soundtrack, I love it. What's your favorite Kid Cudi song? Because mine, I would say it's between Mojo So Dope, definitely old Kid Cudi. But this is like what I used to listen to on the bus on the way to school, like 7 a.m. Kid Cudi for sure. And I think another artist I really love is Tyler, the Creator. And he's Nigerian like me, so I love that. They have good music taste. But I feel like when people say you have good music taste, it just means you like the same kind of music I like. The Dude, those are all really phenomenal artists though, so. And I think people don't really hype Kid Cudi up enough for my liking, especially his influence on Kanye West's 808 Heartbreaks era. Like, that vibe was very much so something that, if you look back, Kid Cudi really pioneered that sound. And I think, like, Kanye has said this as well, too. That, like, I don't know how to explain it, that drowned out kind of like electronic rock sound. Kid Cudi really did that. But yeah, I need to finish listening to his latest album. Okay, so I think I'm done with this section for the most part. Probably come back and do some stuff to it once it dries, but yeah. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. So I'm going to put this up here as well, and then we will continue. But welcome if you're new here. I hope you subscribe. I'm an artist and a fashion designer, and I love doing stuff like this. So I had to make sure. My window's kind of cracked, and I was like, I am not trying to see a bug in here. I hate bugs. Okay. Steven says, I've seen you somewhere before. Where? Are you based in Atlanta? Hold on. Let's check this chat real quick. Also, I need to move some of this stuff. Because it just got like really active all of a sudden. And I want to make sure I don't miss any of the messages. But let me readjust these jeans a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait, see, we used to live in Stone Mountain. That's cool. Okay. Stephen Usher, I'm gonna look you up. And maybe we can be friends in person. Even though you came on here with some energy that I was like, I'm scared. Like, not too much. But okay, let's see what else. Jojo is back. I do remember you. Hey boo. Joey, how are you? Thank you for joining back on the live. Okay, I'm just like reorganizing stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay. So my old school favorite Kid Cudi track is Marijuana and Mad Solar. Yeah, that was a good era. Very much so a good era. Okay, wait. Let's see. I need to like, I don't want to mess this up. Okay. Because I'm trying to like make sure I can do, maybe I might just move. I have like a little stool here. I cannot wait till I have a huge ass studio outside of my house where I just have like so much space, because I'm blessed to have a home studio. At one point in time, that was something that I really just wanted, but I need like a different studio, but they charge a lot in Atlanta. I've been looking because I'm like, I want a studio / retail space where I can sell my stuff, like my art and my fashion line. But I'm like, whoa, y'all, the prices. But I'll figure it out. But yeah, like I just feel like if I were to get a bigger desk, it would just be way too much in this room. Yeah, Jojo, I do remember you. Stephen Usher talked about you somewhere off Jimmy Carter. I am not. I am north of Atlanta. I'll give you a hint. I'm from the same town as the Migos. So I am from the north. Well, not from, because I'm from Stone Mountain, but I live north of Atlanta now. Do you still live in Stone Mountain? Which, that area has really changed a lot. Like, I showed my sister what downtown Decatur looks like, and she was like, what? It's so gentrified now. Jojo, thank you for saying that. Okay, I'll read the chat just in case you guys can't see. Okay, Jojo, you're so good at painting. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just, before you joined, I showed stuff that I was making when I was your age. So, like, honestly, I feel like being good at anything is just consistency and the passion to want to get better. So I do appreciate that. Okay, I'm excited to like get back to the face though. Now, I just haven't decided what I want to do for her hair. Ugh, decisions. Jojo says, I missed 2 streams, I'm sorry. That's okay. That is totally okay. I'm here every weekday. I am not going nowhere. If you miss one, you can get the other one. It is totally okay. I'm happy to have you here. How is Philly treating you? How is the lemonade stand business going? I wish I was that like business minded when I was 9. Because when I was 9, all I cared about was what did I care about? I don't even know. I guess making art and making my parents proud, I guess. Yeah, typical child of Nigerian immigrants. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm almost done. I didn't really plan out the color palette for this before I started painting, so I'm really just winging it and kind of seeing what do I have that looks good. I kind of want to use this color at some point, but I do feel like maybe I'm going to put yellow. I don't know, man. I'm going to come back to that. Steven Usher, I'm not going to say like exactly where I live on the internet to a stranger. I am not telling you my exit. I am so sorry, not sorry. But you know what you can do? Check out my website, y'all. www.alaerelifestyle.com if you want to buy my artwork. I do art shows in Atlanta. The last art show I did was during the summer though, because unfortunately I had a knee injury. I tore my meniscus, but now I feel like I'm much better to where I can like stand for longer periods of time and stuff. So I think I do want to do some type of art event, but that's why I'm like, I think the next thing I want to do is some type of like live painting event with a store. Not this. I hope they don't see that. I'm just seeing, I looked out my window, I saw this like group of kids. Well, they're not kids. They are like teenage guys just walking. I'm like, don't look in my window, please. Okay, I'm almost done with this section, and then I'm going to enlist y'all's help to decide what to do next. Okay. Steven. I mean, the fact that you're an artist also based in Atlanta, is there anywhere that I can view your artwork to verify you're not, I don't know, like a serial killer? No diplomatic cigar, that's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta, like, I'm not putting my address on the internet. Like, I just don't know what else to say. Oh, Jojo, thank you for saying my website's beautiful. I designed it myself, but I do want to hire someone to like do some extra stuff on the back end because I just recently switched my website from Squarespace to Shopify, And that's why, like, last week, all of the hiccups with the international payments and stuff, I had to, like, figure that out because when you switch, I guess, like, domain hosts, it changes everything. So, thank you. I really do appreciate it because I spent a good month redesigning my website from scratch. And I do think that, like, I prefer Squarespace, I'm not gonna lie. Steven says that way we can get better aquatic. What? Dude, if I can't see where you make art, I don't know what to tell you. But I do want more artist friends in Atlanta. I do. I feel like I meet creative people out here, but never people who are like, oh, this is what they do full time. Besides, like, the last art show I did, those people definitely do this full time. But I think that's a different type of energy. Like, hanging out with people, like artists who it's their full-time job. Because it's the middle of the day right now and I'm painting, and I would love to, like, spend time with people who that is a similar reality for them. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. Have I ever done shrooms? Yes, I have. Microdose though. Once, like, I think, like, back in the pandemic, and then another time, there was this guy I was dating-ish. But we did shrooms, and we went on a walk, and then he carved our initials into a tree. Very cute, very cute. So those are my only shrooms memories. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now. It's coming together. It is coming together. I just am not sure, y'all, what I should do, like, for that part there. But maybe I might just move on to the hair. But I also don't know what I want to do for her hair either. Decisions. I do want her to look like an earth goddess, so I feel like it should be that, like, that type of vibe. Diplomatic Cigar, have you ever done that? I feel like I am opening up this window, but I am definitely, like, open-minded when it comes to certain things, but I also feel like it's very important for people to be able to create, like, while sober too. So that's why I remember I used to, like, garden, that's the TikTok term for it, like, in my studio and just paint for hours. That's actually how I would paint from, like, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. because I would just be so zoned in. Even when I was at Brown, honestly, like, I would write, let's say I'm writing a 30-page paper, there's no way I'm just not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And, like, yeah, but I'm not gonna say too much because we got a 9-year-old on the line. So I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to use some of this for her hair, just because I don't want to waste it. But if I don't like it, actually maybe I shouldn't do that because that might be confusing. You should microdose some paint. No, I did that and then did yoga. I put it in my smoothie, did some yoga, and played my ukulele by the lake by my house. That was fun. But this is why I want to move back to California, because I just feel like as an artist, like, I would love to live in California as an artist, because when I last spent some time there, I was still working in corporate America and just, like, a little burnt out. So I think it would be a really cool vibe to experience that, but as an artist. In my faith, I am a believer in Christ, Jesus. I love Jesus. I really do, like, yeah, I love Jesus. I do have qualms with Christianity because as an institution, I do think there's a difference between Christianity, the institution, and Christianity following the teachings of Jesus Christ. And then also, you know, I can't ignore the fact that Christianity was used as a tool to subjugate and colonize African people in South America. And it was done so with violence, and that's just the complete antithesis of what Christ preaches, which Jesus' greatest commandment is love. And so I do see a lot of discrepancies with how the institution expresses Christianity versus what is in the Bible. But I do follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. But also, I do appreciate the philosophies from Ifa, which is an indigenous spiritual practice in Nigeria, primarily for Yoruba people and Ishikiri people. Ishikiri is, I'm half Ishikiri. And so like, Ifa is very similar to Taoism, which I also do embody a lot of those life philosophies in Taoism as well. So I'd say like my lifestyle is informed by those three: Christ, Taoism, and certain elements of Ifa. But like I wouldn't say I practice Ifa because I don't believe in like divination and stuff like that. But I do believe in our connection to the earth and our natural environment. And also I like that in Ifa, the supreme creator doesn't have a gender, because I also don't believe that God has a gender. I should come to South Africa. I would love to, like, buy my ticket, because I would love to come to South Africa. It's so far. It's so far. I'm like, I don't even know anybody there. Well, I guess I know you now, but like, I don't know anybody in South Africa. Amen. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. Eric says hi, lovely hand gestures. You said that last time. I don't know what that means, but thanks. I guess. Like I said, the internet is a very interesting space. Okay, Jojo says, remember Louisa? Yes, I do remember her. She usually tunes in, but she's from South Africa too. You're very correct, Joey. Okay, I'm about to show y'all like the progress I've made. But if you're new here, y'all, definitely subscribe. Subscribe. Give the live a thumbs up. And yeah. I cannot wait till these are finished and I can model them. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. Okay, so I want to say I am, for the most part, done. I do want to add some yellow, but I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know, y'all. What should I do for the hair? This is where I'm like, I'm a little stuck. Let's see, let me take a sip and think. Because I kind of don't want to use black, but Diplomatic Cigar says, lots of art galleries. It would be nice to have you in South Africa. What? It is? I did not know it was legal. I got way too excited about that. I promise I'm not a fiend, but like, it is annoying living somewhere where it's not legal, because it's just like, guys, because I actually would love to collaborate with a cannabis brand and do like a high tea, get it? High tea and art. Like maybe like a brand that has infused honey or something, and then have it be really cute, dressed up, and then, you know, a gallery show during the day. Eric says, you are blessed with long, pretty fingers. And Jojo Siwa says, Eric, what? That's what I'm saying. What? I don't understand. Je ne comprends ça. I don't know what that means. What is my ring size? maybe my future husband might be watching this one day, so I'll say 7. I think I'm a 7. Okay, let's see. Size 7, I think, is my ring. We're gonna use this for the hair, I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, man. I need to finish this purplish blue paint though, because I don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna just put this on her eyebrows then. Ooh, cute. Very bold. Okay, I'm about to check back into the chat, y'all. This just requires precision. There's a shop doing smoke and paint sessions on Saturday. That's so cool. Do you go to that? Maybe you can evolve from stick figures to diplomatic cigar. Jojo says Eric manners. Thank you. Even children understand that how you speak to women, keep it appropriate, dude. I don't know you. I don't know you. Let's not get weird. But I also think that because of where we are, in a society that commodifies women's bodies, but also, I'm not gonna lie, some women do also commodify their body. There's a lot of nuance to this, but not every woman who is going live on the internet wants OnlyFans type of comments, okay? Let's keep it chill, okay? LOL, 7 making notes. Eric says, how long have you been a hand model? I humbly apologize for offending you in any way. Thank you. It's not so much the offensive. It's just I don't really, it is a little uncomfy. But I don't mind if you find me attractive. I don't mind that. Cause I do model freelance, so I don't mind. But let's just keep it chill, play it cool. Ooh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm liking how this is turning out. Diplomatic Cigar says you should make JoJo a moderator so that he can block unwarranted comments. Okay, Diplomatic Cigar, only if you make shorts and repost on YouTube. That's a good idea. Maybe because I can't do anything while I'm painting. Even when I try to comment, I don't think I can. And then it's on a tripod, and then it's oh, it's too much. But I wonder, low key, if I go on YouTube right now, if I can, on my laptop, if I can type in the live. Hold on, let's see. I haven't done that yet. Let's see. Okay, so I'm clicking on my live. Oh wait, I can. This is so meta. Okay, Eric, you're gonna remain chill. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Steven, back because you were busy for a moment. Yay, love it. Hi, Kurt. Okay, so let's see. How do I do that? Hi, add as moderator. Jojo, this is a responsibility. If I make you a moderator, are you prepared to handle this responsibility? What does a moderator even do? Can manage block words, can review and remove chat messages, and hide or put users in timeout. Okay. Can you handle it, JoJo? Let me wait for you to come back and let me know. Cause JoJo, no offense, like JoJo's a child, y'all. But listen, JoJo, you're the same age as my niece, or no, JK, she's like a couple years older than you. Never mind. But I feel like when she was your age, she was about to smoke too. So like, Gen Alpha, scared of y'all. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Thank you, JoJo. So, if there is anyone who says anything crazy and I'm uncomfortable, wait, Diplomatic Cigar says you can make me moderator as well. If JoJo catches on, I can remove him. Wait, what? Why would, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean if he catches on? I'm telling y'all, this is like, I've just started going live. But wait, this is actually looking so cute. Okay, if JoJo is unavailable to join. Okay, got you. Because I was like, wait, what do you mean catches on? Oh wait, so I can make both people moderators? Interesting. People normally have like 3 or 4 trusted moderators. Oh, interesting. Wait, but Diplomatic Cigar, what if somebody comes on and is like hitting on me and you get jealous and so you block their message? As long as you won't let your biases get in the way. Okay. Thank you, JoJo. So I'll let you know, like, before you take any actions, let's do a trial run. So before you like take any actions, wait for me to verbally say or express discomfort with the message. How about that? Okay? Why would I assume that you would get jealous? I don't know. I just gotta make sure. Men can be jealous. Literally, I have a story time. Like when I went out for my birthday, we ran into my friend. So so my friend was DJing and we were in the I guess velvet rope section or whatever. And so then we ran into our other friend and his group of friends who I didn't know. And so we're all chatting it up, you know. And one of the friends was chatting to me like a bit more, you know, than the others. I didn't really think anything of this because I was lit and it was my birthday. But then this other guy comes over and asks the friend of my friend, hey, is she your girlfriend? And he's like, no. And he's like, all right, well, I want to talk to her. And then he's like, literally just takes me away, buys me a drink. And then I think that other guy was offended, even though we had just met. Like, he was like, I should have said that you were my girlfriend just to like piss that guy off. And that literally showed me, even if men don't know you, they can get jealous. Steven said I would do the same thing. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, listen, my subconscious mind, this is not subconscious. This is a psychological assessment based off of experiences. Okay, so anyways, I think I'm gonna use blue for her hair. And I'll just make it different shades of blue. Ew, that's gonna be cute, I think. And now I get to use a bigger brush because alright. Kind of vibing with this music too. If it can be taken away from you, it was never meant for you. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know what? Like, may the best man win is what I always say. This low-key reminds me of that song that Calvin Harris did. What is it called? It was like rolling. Yeah, it reminds me of that song. Y'all probably are like, what is she talking about? Okay. Ooh, I love this color of blue. What is this called? So this is just primary blue. It reminds me of cobalt. Okay. Birthday night, I would have had a blast with you. I would have went hard. I mean, listen, it's not too late. Some guy who was hitting on me ended up buying my artwork, and I was like, this is the kind of courting I like to see in the world, okay? Like, buy my art so I know it's real. Like dead ass though. Because the way I see it, I'd be a much better date, girlfriend, whatever, if I'm not thinking about business stuff. So if a man wants to date me, it would make sense for him to try to alleviate that stress. Yeah, pretty much. That is my reasoning. But also I think maybe I'm just used to dating Nigerian guys, and they be on that type of time. American guys, I don't know. Kanye once said, I ain't saying she a gold digger. I'd rather dig for gold than coal, but I don't dig for anything. Like, I just feel like if we live in a patriarchal society where men make more money than women, have more access to business capital than women, and a woman spends most of her time trying to build her business, trying to, you know, make her life better, and you want to come and take away from that time, opportunity cost is telling me that it would make more sense for me to not spend time with said guy and just spend time doing what will augment my life. I just feel like both men and women should invite people into their lives who can make them better. I know my capital, so I just like people who match that energy, you know what I'm saying? But that's a different conversation for another day. Like, also, everybody knows Nigerian women, like, we have a dowry. Like, there's no way my family would ever let me be with a man who couldn't take care of me. There's just no way. Like, this pedigree? Hell no. There's just no way. But I do get, like, not all cultures are like that, but I guess maybe I am a little bit traditional in that way. Low-key, high-key. Okay, the hair is coming along. I kind of want to change up the blue a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe I might go over it with something else. Okay. Oh gosh, wait, so many things. I live in a democratic society. Us men and women are equal in South Africa, says Diplomatic Cigar. Equality is embedded in our constitution. I mean, that's true. Like, you know, I'm sure the thing about it is sometimes there can be a dissonance between what is embedded in a country's constitution and what the actual experiences are. Like, I would love to see a study, a qualitative and quantitative assessment of the experiences of women in South Africa before I can take your word for that, whether or not that equality is actually experienced in all realms of society. Like, I would have to look at the data, not just your word. That's just me personally, you know. Steven says, I don't get in the way of your life, gotta know how to go with the flow. Yeah. But also, like, I think everybody has their type. Like, everybody has what they like. And my sister and I were literally just talking about this. Like, men should date the type of women who want what they have to offer, and vice versa. Like, women should date the type of men who, like, want what she has to offer, and, like, who they're compatible, and, you know, their ideas of gender roles, their ideas of different things. Like, I just think, like, what trips people up in dating is people keep trying to change people's minds. And I think people should just date people they have, like, the same cultural values as, and then it would just make it a lot easier. And it would probably end all of these internet debates about silly little things if people just, I don't know, date people who think the same as them and the things that are important to them. I have hot takes, so I don't know, I might rustle some feathers. But I mean, hey, like, we can have us a little Socratic seminar on here. I don't mind. I'm not afraid of a little debate, but, like, I think when it comes to personal preference, like, I don't think it has to be politicized or anything. Like, people are just always going to prefer what they want to, like, what they want, you know? Oh, wait, South Africa was colonized by the Dutch, so it makes sense, right? Like, to encounter men who would want to go Dutch in South Africa. No? Am I, like, is that too much of a reach? Diplomatic Cigar says, I am the data. That's funny. I think data was never mentioned in the Bible. We formalized that we should marry and confess our love and live in accordance. Okay. So, like, you don't believe in courting? Was courting mentioned in the Bible? But shrooms and weed were never in the Bible either. He was talking about that. Because I have heard that sentiment, though, like, we invented dating and stuff like that. But then my, I guess, somewhat contrarian response to that is, if people are going to say, oh, that was never mentioned in the Bible, so we should ignore it, that means we should ignore a lot of other things that we do in society that were never mentioned in the Bible, right? Like, based off of that reasoning, that's kind of like something that I think is interesting. Like, people, not saying you, but some people, you know, pick and choose. Oh yeah, I said this in my last live. America was a colony. I actually have this essay that I wrote some years ago called Why Nations Fail, and it was this like comparative analysis of Nigeria and America from the perspective of their post-colonial development. Because I did say, like, I studied international political economy in undergrad, and then my master's was public affairs, so I love, like, conversations like this. But yeah, like, every time I think of America and what we're going through now, I definitely think about it in context of us as a post-colonial society, which I do think, like, a lot of Americans, we tend to forget that plays a part in how our country's evolution is going, because we're still relatively young compared to the rest of the Western world. But we were not colonized by the Dutch, so the Dutch have certain things that they do that are different from the British, which we were colonized by. Okay. Oh, wait. I want this to look okay. I might paint over this, but we'll see. I'm like kind of deciding whether or not I like this. This happens all the time. I'll like start off with the shade and then I'm like, I don't know. Dating, okay, Diplomatic Cigar says, actually, let me read on my phone. Dating is like masquerading as the like people want to date and sleep in the same bed and live as a married couple. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Like, why do you think I'm not dating? No, yeah, I like totally agree. But I also think it's like a cultural thing because, especially in the West, I think people are kind of scared of like commitment. But if you look at more traditional societies, like for example, I'll use Nigerians as an example. There is so much that goes into marriage that like you can't, I don't think you can just like jump into it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the whole knocking on the door ceremony, and then it really involves like both families and their tribes, and there's all these cultural things. Like it's a lot. We don't really have that in America, so I think it makes people kind of treat it a bit more flippantly, if you ask me. And also in countries where it's harder to get divorced, I think, which there's nuance to that, because I do think, like, for example, this push to get rid of no contest or no fault divorce in certain states in America without also acknowledging the societal factors that lead women to want to leave marriages, like, you know, abuse and domestic violence, femicide, all of that, infidelity, which to me is emotional abuse, if you ask me. Like, I feel like if societies want to make it harder for women to divorce, or okay, like harder for people to divorce, they should also like pay a lot of attention to those factors as well, because yeah, it might inadvertently hurt more vulnerable populations, i.e. women. Okay. Jojo is back. What's up, Jojo? Welcome back. Okay, we're just over here talking about, I don't know, gender economics, marriage. I'm not really feeling this low key though. I'm gonna have to like, because I wanted her hair to be somewhat dark, but I might have to change it. I might have to make this a little bit lighter. I think that this is finished. You should be getting cows and cattle. That's what I'm saying. My dowry will be very high. I'm a descendant of chiefs, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go too much into my family history, but I'll just say this. There's a reason why I don't play. Like, I'm very serious. My family would not let me, like, I'm the type of person, like, literally my dad didn't let me apply to anything other than Ivy League schools because, I don't know, like, I think, like, for a woman, when we have high standards, people like Diplomatic Cigar. You were trying to call me a gold digger, but it's like, but when men have the same qualifications and pedigree, they're allowed to have high standards. So I find it very interesting. Okay, let's see if I like this a little bit more. I'm really experimenting here. Okay, I think I like this shade of blue more. What does lobolo mean? how this turns out. I did not plan this far. Hi Jojo, welcome back. Okay, so if you're new here, y'all, be sure to subscribe. Help me get to 1,000. Pretty please. Oh, and also if you want to check out my artwork, www.alarelifestyle.com. Okay. Thank you, Jojo. I appreciate the emphasis. You're like my little assistant. Love that. Okay. So I want her to look like a goddess, but I'm still trying to figure out, you know, but obviously this is not a realistic painting, like, obviously. Thank you, Jojo. So my focus here is not really to make this realistic in any way. I also want it to just like be something that catches the eye. You know what I'm saying? That's true, Jojo. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all, man to young man, discuss. Okay. This is so relaxing. I wish I had like a cup of tea or something. Okay, so if Jojo's my assistant, diplomatic cigar, what does that make you, like HR? Because you kind of facilitated this promotion. But Jojo, you know, when my mom watches my lives, she even talks about you. She's like, oh, I love that kid Jojo. He's always so active in the chat, so I do appreciate it. You keep me young. Also, I'm like thinking about what I would wear these with, so I think that's why I'm like, I do want there to still be like blue because there's denim, you know? Like it's denim, so I don't want it to be like just all pinks and stuff. Maybe I might mix some like purple. I am the facilitator, the fixer, whatever you want to call it. Diplomatic cigar, you're funny. What time is it over there in South Africa? And it's a work night, so I'm honored that you will sacrifice your sleep to be a part of this live. But y'all, if y'all are enjoying, make sure you give the like, or give the live a like, a heart, all of that great stuff. I'm sending y'all hearts. But I don't know if y'all can see who's sending it though. I don't know. I need to go to Africa. I know this is so random, but I'm like, just looking at myself in this moo and everything, I'm like, man, like, I need to be, I think I need a break from the US for like a hot second, like, just like a month. Every time it starts getting cold, I love it, but then I'm like, wait, I actually want to go somewhere warm and coastal. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'm trying to draw these really tiny lines. Well, at least tiny in comparison to everything else. Okay, 22, 28. Oh, that's not that late. The black cigar. What are you cooking? You said I've been keeping you up until your timer of your oven goes off. What are you making? I'm being nosy. I feel like I'm in a mini rave. Okay, we're almost done-ish. So another thing I'm considering adding is jewels, but I don't want them to fall off, so I'd have to do the ones where you sew them on. I have these other ones, you can't really see it, but I use them on top of this painting. So obviously they're fine, but I think for something that I'd wear, or maybe I can try it out since these are just for me and just see how they hold up and then see, because I have these ones where it comes with fabric glue and you can glue them on. I think that would be cute, but then I'm also like, maybe let me not make it too complicated. So we'll see. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. I'm gonna just clean up down here. Okay, you're making butternut and cream. Hake? What is hake? Hockey? Hake, butternut, and cream spinach. Did I eat yet? I ate brunch. Just toast, egg, and orange juice. Nothing crazy. But it is 4:32. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm not like a super big eater, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I eat, but I think I'm one of those people who I can, what is it called? Intermittent fasting for a minute and not even realize, because I get so locked into what I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh man, it's dinner time, and then I'll eat like a big dinner. So I could probably survive off of like a small breakfast and a big dinner. Because I'm not gonna lie, now that I think about it, I don't think I really eat lunch like that. I don't think I'm like a 3 meals a day type of person. I don't know if it's that bad. I promise you, I'm not like eating disorder or anything. I just don't get that hungry, especially when I'm working. Well, when I'm working on what I want to work on. But I am a dinner type of person. I love me some dinner. I don't know, lunch food is just so, like, I have to stop doing what I'm doing to make lunch. Boring. I'd rather just drink tea and then get back to the studio. Okay, so I'm trying to make this like a little ombre, and it looks pretty cool. a dough-coated battered fish. Interesting. I've never had that before. Okay, Jojo, you're eating a pretzel while I'm drinking water. Okay, let's see. Diplomatic cigar. Have you ever read The Alchemist? I have. I've read it a couple of times. I do agree with the messaging. I do believe the universe is always conspiring in my favor. And also, I really believe in synchronicity. Like, I feel like God can speak to us. I think God still speaks to us in signs and wonders. It's just that humans are so distracted that we don't even realize that there's signs and wonders happening around us sometimes. But they are. And I pay attention. It makes life feel, I don't know, it gives it a je ne sais quoi, a bit of excitement. To always feel like, you know, there's this force always looking out for me. Have you read The Alchemist? Diplomatic cigar? And if so, did you like it? Okay. I cannot wait to wear these out. I'm not gonna lie. Because y'all, fashion is so boring now. Like every time you go out, everybody's wearing the same uniform. And I'm like, no. I love when people ask me where I get stuff and I'm like, ooh, I made this. That happened. I went to this conference. I wore this dress that I made. It was actually really cute, but there's no way for me to show y'all what it looks like right now. But you're gonna have to take my word for it. Because I got so many compliments and it just felt really cool as a fashion designer to be like, yeah, I made this. So yeah, I cannot wait to like expand my fashion line. I found the suppliers. I know the cost of everything and I'm like, okay, now I just gotta go from here. That's why like I feel like I've been trying to figure out like what is the bigger thing that I want to focus on, expanding the line or securing a physical space. But then I'm like, don't limit God. It could all happen at the same time. Okay, hey, you like the female version of me, but you took all the painting skills. I mean, someone's gotta have it. It's that divine feminine energy. Love that. Oh my gosh, are we like internet friends? You were on my, what's it called? My suspended list for a hot minute, and you know why. But I think, I don't know, I think you've gotten back into my good graces. Wait, I want to know everybody's sign. I'm a Libra, obviously. But what, Jojo, what's your sign? Diplomatic Cigar, what's your sign? So I'm like looking at the chat here because I wanted to make sure. The text is so small on my phone. I don't know why I never thought to like pull it up on my desktop. Like my mind did not even go there, to be quite honest. But it's like, duh. But I guess I didn't really like feel a need to before. Ooh, but wait, maybe I can put like a Q&A or something. Noah's Ark wasn't built in a day. I know, but I know. there's not really a but. It's just like there's things that I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I guess like if anything, going live, this has been nice, and it has been helping my channel grow. So that's been cool. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I just focus on the benefits of this for a little bit, then let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit. Okay, y'all are seeing me in real time. Get in the zone. Gemini! Oh, wow. That's spicy. That is a spicy sign. Now I need to know your moon sign. But I have a feeling you're like, I don't even know what that is. Okay. I think I'm going to pull this down here just a little bit. Oh wow, and that is not. I'm still like paying attention to y'all, but now I'm like getting into the details, and I'm like, ooh, wait, I have to like really pay attention so that they can look super dope, super fly. All right. Okay. That is actually starting to annoy me. I hate when my brush starts doing stuff and I'm like, yikes. Yeah, Gemini is spicy. Wait, what is that sign? Is that the sign of Gemini that you just posted? Diplomatic cigar? Although, you know, they do say Geminis and Libras and who else? And Aries are compatible. I know we're both, what's it called? Air signs. But, I mean, Kanye is a Gemini. But like I said, he proves my point. Geminis be having two sides. There's the old Kanye and then there's the new one. I don't know how I want to, let's see. Let me move back a little bit. I'm about to show it to y'all, but I just want to like finish doing something real quick. I mean, y'all can see it, but I want to show it to y'all like standing up. Totally winging this right now. Because sometimes I'll have a sketch of what I want to paint, and then I'll be like, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I feel like I look like an African mother right now. But this is so comfy. I was like, it's the luteal phase. I got to be comfy. You men probably don't know what that means, but the girls, if you're here, you already know what I'm saying right now. Okay. Okay, let me try again. Ha 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 ha. Facts. Yeah. I'm glad you know, like, Geminis definitely have, like, a duality, for sure. I don't know the other Geminis. Funny enough, I would say, like, the way that people are scared of Scorpios, I like Scorpios a lot, actually. They're so intense, and I'm, like, pretty intense as well. So, I have Scorpio in my chart, maybe that's why. But I feel like I've only really had interesting experiences with Gemini women. I haven't really met too many Gemini men. Well, actually, no. I met a Gemini guy this weekend, but yeah, I wouldn't say I meet too many Gemini guys. Any painting sold in the last 7 days? What are you, the IRS? But yes, yes, I did sell some artwork in the last week, and that made me really happy. It did. So y'all, let's keep it going. Actually, I'll show you guys the work that I have right here. I wanted to bring some of my other paintings, but they're so far. Okay, let me move this over. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave that as such, and then, I have like a little bit left. International transactions, no, not yet. No international transactions that I know of. I mean, unless an international transaction has happened in the last like 1.5 hours, then no, not yet. But I would love to sell internationally. That's the goal, to build a global brand. Oh, Jojo, you gotta go. Oh, well, thank you for joining in again. And thank you for being, no, you don't have to apologize. Like, we've been here for a minute. Thank you. But the website is sorted now. Yes, the website is sorted. Like, it was really a back end thing because, so how do I put this? Basically, when I transferred my domain from my former host, which was Squarespace, to Shopify, there was a whole like transfer of stuff that had to happen on the back end. And on Squarespace, how it was, like once you add payments as acceptable for certain regions, it automatically updates, like you can ship there. But on Shopify, you have to like do everything manually. So even if it approves that you can receive payments from different countries, it's not like Squarespace where you can automatically like ship there. And because that wasn't automated, I had to go and manually put that like I could ship it. Long story short, I fixed it. Okay. So I think I'm going to use maybe I'm gonna go in with, I don't know. Oh, the decisions. If I wanted to start a shop to, okay, so Diplomatic Cigar, let me answer your question. If I want to start a shop to ship internationally, which platform would you suggest as the best? It depends. I mean, like, I used Squarespace I had Squarespace from 2019 to, this year. It never gave me problems. It's just that you can't customize as much on Squarespace. And on Shopify, you can literally put custom code in every single section of your website, which is what I wanted to do. Like, I wouldn't call myself a coder, but I like putting custom code in some parts of my website. So I think if you want to like add certain things, Shopify. Also, I feel like Shopify just has more integrations that you can automate, whereas Squarespace, it's like more complicated to add those automations. So like, I vibe with Squarespace, but it was time. It was definitely time. And like with Squarespace, I was able to still ship internationally, but that was mostly like when I was just selling signed copies of my book and then like focusing on my writing. But now that like I'm focused on doing more, I definitely recommend Shopify. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use, I wanted to do a pop-up, but like I'm gonna save that to the end. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, which one, y'all? Which one looks better? These look very similar. Actually, this kind of matches my outfit exactly. What color is this? Turquoise, deep turquoise. Yeah, I guess I obviously like that color, and I think it looks good on me, so I'm gonna use this. Okay. I think everybody should write a book. I highly recommend it. Writing a book changed my life, truly, and it gave me a lot of confidence in certain things that I didn't even know I wanted to gain confidence in. Oh no, where is? Okay. What would your book be about if you were to write one? I am curious. Ooh, this paint looks like it is done. I'm gonna come back to this. There's still a little bit in the cover. If you're an artist, you already know the vibe. Like, we do not waste a drop, okay? I love this color. Okay, so what is this? I need a French blue. This is actually a really cute blue. I have a painting that I.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, because y'all, sometimes the Bluetooth starts getting weird. Okay. So, just wanted to fix that. Okay. Let me show y'all what it's looking like so far. Okay. So I'm still gonna put some glue at the bottom, but just working on the top of the jeans. And I think these. What was what? Because when someone like drives in, sometimes my Bluetooth will like connect. It's weird. But I had to make sure because last time I went live, it was doing stuff where like people couldn't hear me, and I was like, oh no, I hope my Bluetooth doesn't go like and join the car. Oh, this is so cute. Like, I love that this actually matches my outfit. It's a sign. I feel like I might. Yeah, see, yeah, my Bluetooth did connect on something else just now. That's why I realized I was like, because like I had a family member driving in, and I think their Bluetooth on their car was on, and I know my Bluetooth is synced to their car, and so I was like, wait. When I saw them like pulling up, I was like, wait, let me check. Let me make sure my Bluetooth doesn't connect. So yeah, I caught it. Because usually I just turn off my Bluetooth when I'm doing this, but I totally forgot today. Lo siento. Oh, this is so cute. How would y'all describe my art? I looked it up on Google. I was like, how would you describe the artwork of Odemi Pesu? And I like what it said. I took a screenshot, but I don't know if I can access it on my laptop because I took it on my phone. But I am curious because I used to feel like my work was too colorful. Because you guys know, all of that beige art is, yeah, I don't know. Oh, someone says hi. Hi. I can't say your name. Hold on. I know. Ooh, wait, hold on. I don't understand that language. I'm so sorry, but hi, welcome to the chat. Make sure you subscribe. I'm just painting some jeans here, and they're turning out really cute if I do say so myself. Okay, let's see. Diplomatic Cigar says, okay, got paranoid for a moment, heard other voices here. Sorry. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Like, usually I just keep the Bluetooth off unless I'm using it, but I think I was playing on my Alexa. I was playing some music earlier, so I forgot. I think this looks how I want it to look. I'm totally winging this. But if y'all are enjoying my live painting, I will be doing this for the next few days and then going back to regular scheduled programming. But if you want to see me live every weekday at 3 p.m., make sure you subscribe. And I'll love you forever. So I feel like we made some pretty good progress today, if I do say so myself. I feel like I'm getting better at the whole chatting and painting thing, because usually I do not talk to anybody when I'm painting. I get too distracted. Now I'm hearing voices. I'm like, oh, what's happening? Okay. I've been thinking, like, should I go live twice in a day? But I feel like that would actually be a lot. I don't even know if I can handle all that. But I do find it to be quite fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. You also heard voices now. Someone else like, yeah, no, they are like my neighbors. Neighbors. Yeah. But you can still hear me, right? Like let's pause real quick. Can y'all still hear me? Let me make sure. Because I did turn off the Bluetooth. Okay, good. I feel like I need some lip gloss. Oh, I was about to get so pissed for a quick second. I almost thought I got a speck on something. Okay, so this is like the thing about painting that sometimes annoys me. When you mix a custom color and you can't remember how you made the color, and then something messes up that section of the painting, it's literal heartbreak, truly. But that was not what just happened, so thank God. Okay, so I'm almost done with her hair, but I want to like get a little bit more details. I don't know which brush to use. Let's see. I'm gonna use this one. But if y'all wanna ever try fabric painting, I definitely recommend this Liquitex fabric medium. So far, so great. On the book, State Secrets, etc. LOL, can't say too much. Are you a whistleblower? Ooh, that is scandalous. No, but like that. I want to know more. Imagine, I mean, considering you're from South Africa, like I said, scandalous. Oh no, my selfie light, it just said goodbye. Oh, that's okay. I've been burning it for a hot minute. What was I gonna say? How do you feel about, as a South African, how do you feel about Elon Musk? I'm curious. I always hear American opinions on him, but never like actual South African. But I did watch like a documentary on him, and well, anyways, let me not say my thoughts. I asked you. What are your thoughts as a South African on this man? Because I feel like people have thoughts on him as a businessman, but then also like as a politician-ish person, kind of. Which I think are very two different things. Well, they used to be two very different things. I'm going to change this up a little bit, actually. Okay, he is not South African. Okay, coming in hot. Let me see. He's not South African. That man can't speak Afrikaans. He came here from Canada or something. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, his family, very interesting ties to some historical movements is all I will say. Before they come and say, oh, she wants to be defaming this guy, I beg you. I just gotta say, like, I watched this documentary, and this was an accredited news station that did this documentary on him, but they talked about, I think, like, his grandpa or something was from Canada, and then they moved to South Africa during apartheid, and they kind of, like, benefited from it because I can't remember which of his family members identified with that whole movement and stuff, but yeah, very interesting. But yeah, I always wondered, like, do South Africans claim him because they love him over here? Like, there are people who are die-hard fans of Elon Musk, and I find it to be so interesting because he's not American. So I'm like, what's with the, like, I don't know. It's just very interesting to me. Not saying that Americans should not like people who are not American. Please, that's not what I'm saying. But I just find it interesting because of the current, like, place we're in, the current climate, that he gets so much love, but he's also an immigrant. So, I don't know. Quite interesting. Okay, we are making progress. So I'm literally still winging this, like, do I like this? I don't know. But I want to say I do, but I'm gonna definitely have to keep doing stuff. Majority of his 9 children were not born naturally. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? What is naturally, like, what? Explain. And explain how that is relevant to your opinion of him. S'il vous plaît. Which is crazy. He has 9 kids in vitro. I mean, sometimes people need in vitro to help with fertility. Now that I don't have an opinion, a negative opinion on that. However, I do think, like I said, it's interesting because in America right now, there's all this attack on people who do have children in that way. And they're trying to loop it in with, like, you know, abortion laws and stuff. So he doesn't embody any of these values that our president's base claims to love and support. So I do, like, I guess that's why I'm, like, confused as to why people are so obsessed with him. But I don't think there's anything wrong with in vitro fertility. You know, if someone wants to become a mother and someone wants to become a father and that's the only way they can have kids, sure. But why does he have 9? I think if anything, that's the thing that causes me pause. Like, wow, that's so interesting. Like, can you really be present as a father to 9 kids? and also like pursue world domination at the same time? Is it possible? Is it? I don't know. Oh, you thought Trump is mad at Elon? I can't keep up. It's like a reality show, to be quite honest. Like, one day people are mad, next day they're not mad. Who even knows? But I did see that. I did see that. Very interesting. And I used to love politics. Like, I used to love that. Oh wow, that's so interesting. In vitro babies are made in a box. I wouldn't say that, but I'm also not an OBGYN. I'm not like a scientist or anything, so I can't say. But like I said, I will never shame people's pathways to becoming parents. If they intend to take care of those children and be present parents and bring them up in a loving, stable household, I don't think the public or the government should have a say in the ways in which, you know, those babies come about. But I mean, I don't really know how in vitro works, to be quite honest. So, no comments. You're not gonna get me canceled. No boo boo. But yeah, no, I do believe what I just said though. Like, I think if people really want to be parents, it matters more to me, like, not how the baby gets here, but what do the parents choose to do once the baby is here. Like, are you present? Are you being a good example? Are you creating a stable and safe environment for the kids? And also, I believe that two-parent households are best, just like statistically speaking. Alrighty. Let's switch up the vibe a little. Okay. 14 children? Jeez. Okay, U.S. increased their tariffs on all imports and exports to South Africa with 30%. Yeah. And I don't even think that's the highest of what has been done. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, even as I expand my fashion line, like if I'm being real with y'all, part of the reason why I'm painting clothing that I source here is because the suppliers that are, for me, best to work with in Africa and in Europe, y'all know what's happening here? Like, these tariffs are redonkulous. Like, it just makes no sense, especially for businesses and industries that do rely on exports and imports. So, yeah, wearable art for the win. It is a lot easier for me to do. Like, I mean, I still have my Napa leather bags that I make in London, and I'm still going to be working with that supplier, but those bags are limited edition. So I think like once I sell those out, I'm gonna like have to rethink some stuff. And it kind of sucks because even the supplier that I found in Nigeria that can print my artwork on the type of fabric that I want to use for my fashion line, that I'm, like the parts of my fashion line that I'm releasing, I want to say Q2 2026. I'm over here looking like, what are these tariffs gonna look like? Because they don't really have those types of suppliers in the US. And if they do, they charge boku money and sometimes don't do it as nicely as places where fabric is typically produced. So it does kind of suck. Not kind of, it does. Okay. 14 children with 4 women, I don't support that. But if you were of a different race he would definitely be viewed as a baby daddy. But I don't know, he's just placed on this pedestal, and I don't particularly find him to be like someone whose character is something that people should emulate. Because when people are like, oh, this person is so awesome, this, and this, like, I'm looking at, do you possess the fruit? And this is me as a believer. I'm looking like, do the role models that I gravitate towards, do they possess the fruits of the Spirit? Like, you can judge people by their fruits. You know what I'm saying? And if someone's fruits are sowing, just like instability and sowing division, you know, like, I just don't know if that's someone that and you can be as rich as Genghis Khan, like, you can be super rich, but I don't think that will make you a good person or someone worth looking up to. But that's just my unpopular opinion. Like, I grew up being taught that your character is the most important thing. Like, your beauty and your money can take you places, but your character really matters. And that's also part of Ifa spiritual philosophy. There's a phrase, Iwa Lewa, which means that your character is your beauty. I want to create an African dollar, says Diplomatic Cigar, consolidating all the different powerful African currencies into one to compete against USD. Isn't that what BRICS is trying to do? I mean, it's not all Africa, but what is it? It's like Brazil, Russia, China, something like, I think maybe South Africa, isn't it? Isn't that what BRICS is trying to do? Like, create their own kind of like economic bloc? I mean, that would be nice, like, to have one central currency that is not reliant on the dollar for Africa. And I think that is what was trying to happen or what the intent was for cryptocurrency. But then you look at scandals like FTX, and then the recent one, those two guys who are being indicted in the US, like, this just happened this week, where they stole millions in crypto, I think in like Bitcoin or something, but it has so much possibilities. Like, if it were just a little bit more regulated, I feel like virtual currencies could really be something magnifique for Africa. I just don't really know how it would be regulated, because when things like that are enacted and implemented, sometimes I wonder, like, the policy side of me wonders, like, would that augment the corruption that already exists in certain places, or would it be like an antidote to it? I don't know. Yeah, so Diplomatic Cigar says it costs 30% more to bring your product into South Africa. Yikes. Yeah. The man is crazy. I don't know what to say. I think it's unfair that there are royal families with trillions of dollars, but then I drive around in South Africa streets and see children sleeping in the winter without blankets. I agree. It doesn't make sense to me. And whenever you talk about that, it's like people say, oh, you socialists, you communists. And it's like, first of all, I don't think, like, we're even doing capitalism right, to be quite honest. Because if the invisible hand is not moving without manipulation by oligarchs and, you know, trillionaires and royals and stuff like that, then it's not really the invisible hand. Like, free markets are supposed to be free markets, not manipulated by a powerful select few in society. And see, I always get into my Bernie Sanders rant. Oh my gosh, it's just like, it's so easy to like get me riled up about this stuff. But I mean, I agree, like, it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Diplomatic Cigar, we might be on the same page. I appreciate you engaging in the chat. I do. sometimes I wonder, like, I think about, you know, like, obviously my channel is still new and stuff, but I wonder, I'm like, can I still have these conversations even as I grow? I mean, I don't ever want to self-censor, so, but I do think, like, we have, like, a really cool little community going here, so I pray that we keep that same vibe as my channel grows. Also, I'm gonna play, like, more chill music. It's getting to that time. It's 5:15. Ooh, I might have to charge my laptop very soon. I brought my charger, I think. My laptop charger. Oh, I thought I did. Okay. When it, like, is about to die, then I'll hop off live. And that will be Symphony for today. But I think we had a cool little conversation. I think we did. How's dinner? Diplomatic cigar. You said that you were waiting for your oven. I'm curious. But before I do go, in a little bit, I'm going to show you what it's looking like. But I might just chill and finish this today, so that way by tomorrow I can, or not tomorrow, by next week, I can show you guys this time next week how I'm going to style it. And we can get back to the Wednesday lookbooks, which are fun. I just was like, yo, like, I want to have this finished. It's dry. Would have tasted better if you cooked it. How kind of you to assume that I can cook. I can though. But that is just so funny to assume. But yeah, no, my mom was always like, I won't come and cook in your husband's house, so you need to learn how to cook. And also, even when I was in college, I was always doing dinner parties for my friends. Because I remember senior year, I had my own place. I had this really cute apartment. And so I would just like invite all my friends over. And sometimes I would do soul food. Sometimes I would do Nigerian food. I think cooking is fun when I'm in the mood. For the most part, I don't genuinely enjoy cooking because I like to make pretty extravagant meals. And if I'm tired, nothing about that is appealing to me. But I also don't like eating out. So luckily for me, I live around family and I live with family that loves to cook. And I'm like, yes, I'm a little spoiled, I can't lie. But yeah, no, I like cooking. I like making things from scratch. I didn't grow up eating processed food or like fast food. So I do think cooking is an essential skill that everybody should have. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what it's looking like soon. Wait, I actually really like this. There's a color though that I wanted to use, but I don't know where it is. I think it was, okay. We're gonna use this. This is also one of my favorite colors. It's like a pale violet. So kind of like a lilac tone. Okay. I am getting a little like tired. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, whoa. It's time for dinner. My mom made some stew and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna tear it up. But my sister went back to her state. She was in town for my birthday, so I'm like, oh, kind of miss my sis, my good sis, but yeah, I'm gonna go eat very soon. But this was so fun. Thank you to those of y'all who have been here since the beginning. Shout out to Diplomatic Cigar. Jojo and the other guy, what's his name? Steven, had to go, but they were cool too. Well, Steven started off a little iffy, but he redeemed himself for the most part. Okay, Diplomatic Cigar says cooking is an art. Yes, it is. Yeah, not everybody can cook. You need royalties. From what? From what exactly? Okay, so I'm going to do a little mix of like red, maybe? Actually, no. No. All African sales. On what grounds? Please. On what grounds? If you help me with the distribution and the marketing, I'll kick back a little something. But yeah. How about this? If you help me get into a South African art gallery, you got it. You totally got it. That is my task for you. Okay. Remember when your products were all sold out in Africa? True. But one could say that it would have been brought to my attention either way. But touche. Okay, so I'm gonna do this section and then I'm going to japa. I have to go and eat, guys. If you guys don't know what japa means, it's Nigerian slang for I gotta bounce, alright? And gotta bounce is American slang. Okay, I gotta go eat, y'all. But after I do this section, I'll show you guys all of the great progress that I was able to make on here with y'all's lovely audience. Jollof, no. So I'm gonna eat rice and stew. Or actually, do you know what pounded yam is? It's like fufu. Do you know what that is? I might go eat that. This is a fufu eating outfit. All of the space. I'm gonna eat and then I don't know. I'm deciding whether or not after I eat I'll just come back and work on this. I mean, it's still daytime for the most part, so I might either eat rice. Oh wait, there's fried plantain. I'm gonna eat some rice. I'm gonna eat some rice and stew and some plantain. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna eat. I can already taste it. Oh, I'm getting hungry. But yeah, no, I made a lot of good progress today, which I'm very happy about. And I'm liking the composition of this painting. I still want to do a splash of yellow somewhere, but I think it really does need to be a splash. Not like something super prominent. Thank you, Diplomatic Cigar. Good live though. One more moderator, one happy child. You see enhancing efficiency and effectiveness. Thank you. I hope so. I mean, I'd say like the goals of the lives, one, to grow a wider audience for my art beyond, well, one, the southern US, which is where I'm based, and then also to grow my channel. Because I feel like I can see this channel evolving into more, but I won't say too much now. But like there's definitely things that like I want to do. I always wanted to have my own talk show when I was younger. So I feel like that, I mean, this is practicing for that. Being able to engage people live, I mean, that's a skill, right? So yeah, I'm excited. And my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers this month. So We are one step closer every day. If you haven't subscribed, y'all, make sure you subscribe. To those of y'all who are still on the live, we're winding down now, but I'm about to show y'all very soon what this section is looking like. I don't know where I would wear these to. Oh wait, that's gonna be a fun lookbook. Like, I'm gonna style these and show y'all next week. So make sure, yeah, you definitely subscribe. I'll do that. Well, hold on, let me make sure. If I finish these today, they have to cure for 4 days at least. Okay, they have to cure for 4 days, and then I think I set them with heat. So yeah, by Wednesday we should be good. I'm so excited. So the next thing I'm gonna paint, y'all, I've already decided. Well, let me pause and show y'all. The next thing I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna paint this jacket from Nasty Gal. It's just like a faux leather, kind of midi trench-ish coat. I'm gonna paint, and I'm gonna paint the sleeves, and I'm gonna do this like, I decided I wanna do kind of like a koi fish moon type of design on the back. So that's gonna be really cute, and I wanna start that this week. So that's why I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this first, but then yeah. So I think the color scheme for this one is gonna be like a red, black, white, and like hints of blue. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Really excited. So stay tuned. And then there's some bags that I have that I want to paint as well. I don't know, man. Like I said, I think I said this yesterday. I think right now painting clothing is my favorite medium. And it's also a good workaround because of the whole tariff situation, where getting my paintings printed on high quality fabric from overseas might be a bit more inconvenient at this current moment in time. So, you know, as Diplomatic Cigar said, Rome was not built in a day, as you reminded me. So I'm just doing the best with what I got, okay? As Mariah Carey says, like. But yeah, I think it'll be fun to work with people, do commissions for stuff that they can wear. So stay tuned. Like, if you go to my website, www.alaerelifestyle.com, you'll be able to sign up for my newsletter where I'll, I don't bombard y'all like at all. But you'll be able to, one, get 10% off of your first order from my store, and then also you'll get notified when the commissions are live. So fun stuff, fun stuff. And I don't sell your information either. We don't do that. Oh gosh, this is like way too much paint getting on me. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys what this section is looking like very soon. It's just a little bit harder to paint, low key, because it's around where the pocket is. So I want to kind of put like rhinestones around the pocket, just for a little, a little vibe. vibe. Okay, Diplomatic Cigar, you're doing beyond well. You're like Noah on speed, doing twice as nice. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I try not to be too hard on myself, but I'm an overachiever. I know this. I know this about myself. And I think because art is such an unconventional career, I have to remind myself that, like, there's no real blueprint for this, to be quite honest. Like, even when I look at what other people have done before me, art and everything is still informed by culture, the state of the world, like the economy, everything. So I think there's a lot of creative professionals who can resonate with that sentiment. Like, I can't control what's going on in the world, and that, it really does affect how artists are able to make a living and stuff. But I do appreciate that social media has leveled the playing field, and it's made it so I don't have to always rely on galleries to reach new collectors and build an audience. Like, I can do that of my own volition. Okay, Moy says, hi, welcome back. I'm like looking here at the chat too. Good afternoon, girl. Every day when I see you, I thanks to God how much beautiful things do in this earth. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm almost done with this section. Oh no. Ugh. So Diplomatic Cigar says the wall art on the website is painted or is it prints? Those are prints. So I used to sell my original paintings on my website, but those are in the thousands, and I'm still kind of deciding whether or not like I want to. So I kind of explained this in my last live why I decided to go back to only selling high quality geekly prints. Is that how you say it? Geekly. I'm so American. I'm like just saying it how it's like spelt, but they're printed on archival paper and they're all limited edition. Like once they're gone, they're gone. And the originals are from me. But I don't sell originals on my website anymore because I just felt like it wasn't as accessible for younger collectors. And then also when I was doing research and just reading Art News, the website and stuff, and like just looking at the data of collector behavior, it just was saying like, yeah, like things under, or artwork under, what's it called, $1,000 is just more accessible. And like when I think about my art shows, it is mostly people from like age, young to 35. So like, yeah, like Gen Z up until younger millennials. And yeah, like I think the kind of people who can afford, paintings of, what's it called, like 10K and all that stuff, like super large work, they're gonna just go to a gallery. So I think I'll just keep my gallery, or I'll keep my super large originals for the galleries, and then keep my prints for more of like a commercial audience. And then like if people want an original painting, I still do commissions for sure. But yeah, that's where we are right now. Just going based off of what people are going through. I'm like, hey man, I don't want to be insensitive to people who do want to be able to collect my work, but maybe can't afford certain price ranges in art. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's keep this. Moises says, I would like to purchase some of your art. So let me actually put my website in the chat so y'all can like check it out. But Moy says, I hope that you do buy some of my artwork. So my prices range from $300 to $675, and I'm going to be launching some minis as well. So I just put my link of my website, and yeah, check it out. Okay. Am I broadcasting from the East Coast? Yes, reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, no. Reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, East Coast. What about you? Where are you tuning in from? I'm telling you, I really do feel like I got my own TV channel, like Alaere Lifestyle TV, period. So much more to come. Oh, you're in San Diego? That's so cool. I was briefly in San Diego for like a couple of months. If the IRS is watching, less than the amount of time that you need to live there to be a resident and pay taxes. Just disclaimer. But I was in San Diego for a little bit of time. I was in Del Mar. What part of San Diego are you in? I miss California so much. Oh my gosh. I love Cali, and I feel like I just have more of a Cali vibe, in my opinion. I just feel like I love swimming. I always wanted to learn how to surf. So, yeah, I think I need to go back. Chula Vista. Dope. Y'all also make sure you give the live a thumbs up because it does help. It helps my channel a lot, actually. Because I know you can send hearts in the chat, but make sure you like the live. Apparently it's something different. Thank you. And be sure to tell your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy, your grandpa, your grandma to subscribe. Okay, the big reveal, well, I mean, it's not done. A big reveal is coming though, of what I've been bent over here painting. Oop, and just like that, my laptop is dead. I didn't want to get up and go and get my charger because it was literally on 100% when I started this live. But that's so funny, like right on time. I told y'all, as soon as my music bounces, I have to go. Okay, so this is perfect because I just finished this section. I'm just like kind of going over it a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one. Okay. What's that platform called where you create a handle for people to make payments to? PayPal? Is it PayPal? Oh yeah, you just reminded me, this on my master to-do list. Like, I had to do so much stuff. I had to make a new business account. Like, I just, so much. Like, I feel like my mind is always going like a mile a minute. But I do need to make a business PayPal account. I think I'll do that after I eat today. Yeah, because it's literally on my to-do list, and I've just been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I always forget. But I think you're talking about PayPal. Oh, thanks, Moise. Wait, is it Moise or Moises? Let me know. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Wait, tell me. So Moise is A, Moises is B. Is it A or B? But you said I always do. I share your channel with tons of friends and customers. Thank you. What kind of customers do you have? Like, do you own a business as well? I love connecting with fellow business owners. We gotta stick together against the man. Oh God, listen, if you just type it, I don't know. Was it like how I said it the first time? Is it Moise? Say yes. If it's Moises, say C. Okay, it's an account name that you can post in the description for people to send money to. Oh, Cash App? Is that what you're talking about? Because I think Cash App is the one people always put where people can send money and stuff. Is that the one you're talking about? Cash App, yeah. I actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was always like, would that be weird if I put a Cash App in my description? Like, y'all can support my channel. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't want to come off like I'm begging. I'm never a beggar, okay? I'm a loaner, a lender, not a borrower, in Jesus' name. But like, I do see a lot of YouTubers do say, like, hey, if you want to support me, because I've heard interesting things about what is it, like getting monetized on YouTube, AdSense, delayed payments, all of that stuff, and I'm just like, ooh, I'm not even there yet. But like, I do, if there are people who do want to, support me now. Like, I do want to give them an opportunity to do that. I just was always like, would that be tacky? Essentially, like, I always want to keep it classy. You should just put like a blank canvas next to the one behind you and tell people to send cash apps to have their name written on the canvas. Oh, okay. Interesting. Where's my notebook? I need to write that down. Actually, I have some note cards right here that I dropped. Oh no, they're like all the way over here. Let me try to get them. Love it. My toes have mad dexterity. Okay, so let's flush that out a little bit. The fixer. You are coming up with these ideas. Okay, so how much, like, I want to understand, because like, what would incentivize people to have their name? Like, what would be the incentive? So, Cash App. Is Cash App, making a Cash App a better idea? Actually, you know what? I'll just do both. I'll make a Cash App and I'll make a PayPal. And I'll just have them. Okay. Oh, you do wallpaper installation. Yo! Okay, Moise, or Moises. You haven't told me yet which one is the pronunciation. But I actually want to create wallpaper with my artwork on it. Does your company do stuff like that? What is your company called? Like, I will hit you up, literally. People like personal customized things, even if virtual. So, like, it would be a big... Okay, so Moises. Okay, that's fine. So, are you saying, like, do a super big canvas? Because I have a canvas. Actually, where is it? It's over there. And, like, it's blank. Well, I just put the gusto and stuff on it. So, like, everybody's name would be written. Let's really hold on, I can't even see. Okay. So let's really flesh this out. So, okay, you're saying that I'll have a canvas and put people's name on it when they send money. Then what would happen? Like, would I like sell the canvas or like do a giveaway or something? Like, YT allows people to send money through donations, but it needs to be activated by having a certain amount of like playing hours that people watch. Okay, yeah, I know that. And once you have a certain, yeah. Like, I know, like, that's monetization and stuff. So like, I know that, and I know that now I have enough followers where I can do private memberships. So I just haven't really thought about like what the membership would be. Hi Jojo, welcome back. I'm literally actually about to like, Jaffa, I need to go and eat. That's why the music stopped and everything. But right now, we are strategizing how to make money so that I can do more and like do more cool stuff with my art and stuff. But right now, I am having a conversation with Diplomatic Cigar about how to go about doing that. And also, I need to show y'all what the jeans are looking like as of now. It's so pretty, if I do say so myself. Don't worry, Jojo, you don't need to block anyone. Victoria says you can just write their names down. Okay, so just write their names down. Okay. Cool. And then, yeah, maybe a giveaway surprise every now and then, like a quarterly thing. Yeah, I do want to do that. I was going to start doing I was going to do my first giveaway when I get to 1,000 subscribers, because I feel like once you have your 1,000 super fans, I remember this was something my publisher used to always say, like, you just need 1,000 super fans. So I definitely want to like do my first giveaway, because I have some prints that are like discontinued. Like, I changed the vibe of them, and they're like, nobody else has them, that I do want to sell. But then I'm like, you know what, I just need to give them away. And then you should sell your art and offer to print it, custom designs of your portfolio. Oh yeah, no, I do sell my artwork. I do sell my artwork and I do commissions. I offer prints of my work. But I think like now that I'm more active on YouTube, the thing is definitely like deciding how to go about it. But thanks y'all for these ideas. These are really giving me stuff to work with. I think what I'll do is I will probably bring that big canvas over here and yeah, do that. Okay. Go eat. We'll strategize next time. Okay, yeah. We shall. Okay, so let me show y'all what it's looking like. Wait, hold on. Let me fix one more little area. Because, yeah, but I like that idea. Writing their names down. And then I can turn it into like an abstract art piece. Ooh, I got too excited. I could turn it into an abstract art piece after I like write the names and stuff, and then give it away. And it'll be filled with all of the great energy of this community. I really do feel like I'm building a queendom. A queendom of love and light. Okay. I'm such a perfectionist, y'all. Before I show y'all what it's looking like, I'm like, wait. Let me just fix one last thing. Okay. So, look at you being creative. Yeah, I think that would be really cute. Like, write all the names and then, like, turn it into an abstract painting and give it away. So, let me write that down. But I will still do the Cash App. Since you have made me feel like that's not tacky to do, I will do that because I'm not like I have to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before I can get monetized. And right now I'm at like around almost 670 subscribers. So subscribe, guys, subscribe. But I feel like we're getting there. But I don't want to like have to wait for that because I do spend time doing this, and I'm like, I mean, it would be nice to get compensated, to be blessed. Because I feel like it's like also an energetic and spiritual thing. Like this is why I do think like owning a business is a really good move spiritually because it gives you a limitless container for which wealth can flow into. But I think also you should have multiple ways that you can receive money. Just like put it out there, like you never know who wants to bless you. So, okay, I have written it down. I will be making those accounts tonight. Okay. Okay. Oh, bye, voices. By the time you come back, I might be gone. But we are still chatting it up right now, so we'll see. Okay, can't you as an artist say that the artwork is worth 10,000, for example, and when you donate that piece, you may deduct from your tax? Yes. But technically, I would have to donate. So, okay, it can be a write-off. It's complicated. U.S. taxes are very complicated. They're not like super complicated, but they are a little complicated. When you write something off as a donation, it has to be donated to a registered nonprofit or like a nonprofit accredited organization, or else you can't call it a donation. But let's say you like create something and it's for your business, or you spend money on stuff. Like, so if I were to have a $10,000 worth painting in my studio, it would count as my inventory and could essentially be like considered a loss in a way, or not a loss, but like, how do I explain it? Like, like at the end, like when you have to calculate all of your inventory and stuff, they kind of view it as like a loss, like if you didn't sell it. It's a lot. But yeah, I don't know, it's all quite interesting. This is my fave YouTube ever. Oh, thank you, Jojo. You're so sweet. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Besos, besos, bisu, bisu. Sending you so much love. Okay, y'all. We've been chatting for too long. Let me move back. Show you what the jeans are looking like. Okay. Oh man, I wish the light was back on because y'all can't really see everything. But this is what it's looking like thus far. So when I put them on, I think it's gonna be really cute. It has all my favorite colors. Okay, but yeah, so I have to like finish the lady and then add some things to the bottom. But yay! Oh wait, okay. Diplomatic cigar says so beautiful. That's really nice. Thank you. I really like it. Like now that I'm looking at it and I'm like, ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna style it with this hair for sure. And then I'll decide like what top or something. But yeah, so I was thinking about putting like these cool gemstones that I have along the, what's it called? Along the pocket. But I'll see how it looks just now, like with the painting, because maybe that might be better for a less like colorful design, perhaps. But okay, by tomorrow when I come live, thanks to a diplomatic cigar, I will be posting Cash App and PayPal, and I will have what's it called? I will have a canvas behind that people can send money to get their name on it. Yeah, I like that idea. Wait. Diplomatic cigar. Should I just ask you this directly? We'll discuss, Sha. We'll discuss. Wait, okay. How much would you pay to get your name on the canvas? Like, what? How much? $8, $5, $10, like, or like I don't know. Like I need to know. The economist in me is like strategy. Tell me like how much would you pay? Because this was your idea, so I expect to see the first transaction from you. Oh, I didn't see an answer. How much would you pay? Because then this can help me know, and I'll just put the tiers in the chat tomorrow. But we could also just discuss one-on-one. Okay, yay! I'm actually really happy with how this looks. So by the time we tune in tomorrow, this will probably be done, and then I don't know if I can try it on before it like is dry for 4 days, because I don't want the paint to crack or anything. But actually, I don't think it will. Yeah, it's fine. It depends. The more you donate, the bigger the name should be. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you want the, like super big, maybe add some coloring to it too. Small donations get little stick figures. Oh my goodness. Or I used to do, okay, so this is another thing I used to do in school. People would always ask me, I mean, obviously I was the artsy friend, but people would always ask me to like, you know, binders. I don't even know if kids these days still use binders, but you know, binders, like you have the pocket in the front where you can put in like a cover of the binder. So I would always decorate a really cute cover for my binder with my name and like the title of the subject and stuff, and I'd color it. I'd make it look really cute, and sometimes even add glitter if I was feeling razzle dazzle. But maybe like people could donate for me to like create cute postcards of their names. and send it to them, custom. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I like that idea. So they'll also get their name on the canvas, but they'll also get a postcard of their name. How much do stamps cost? Maybe add some 20 USD, good starting point for my name, period. Because I feel like, you know, like, I would just put like your name and then I would make it on a card. Like I have like cardstock that is like maybe like this big, and then I would just mail it, you know, like as like a letter or something. And so not only would the donation get the name on the canvas and enter you, okay, we're literally like coming up with the strategy right now in real time. So, okay, how about this? Not only would that donation or money or whatever, it would get your name on the canvas and automatically enter you into a raffle to get the painting when it's finished, but you would also get a postcard with your name. Okay, how's that sound? Should it be, yeah, like a lucky draw? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that way, like, you still get something tangible, even if you don't get, like, even if the person doesn't win the painting, they could still get a card with, you know, their name handwritten and like really cute and stuff. I can't donate money. I don't have a card. I'm sorry. That's okay. Get your diplomatic cigar. I mean, yeah. Ask mommy and daddy, okay? But wait, hold on, Jojo. I thought you told me that you make $100 from your lemonade stand. No, literally, tell them there's an artist I really want to support, my favorite artist, and I have to do $20 for me to get my card and, you know, enter into the raffle. Okay. Oh wait, this actually makes me happy. Thanks a lot, Diplomatic Cigar. Like, I appreciate this idea. This is quite helpful. You may be eligible for some compensation if it works. But no, I think this is a good idea. Like, but the only thing is, so I'm looking at the canvas that I have available right now. I'll start off with like a medium-sized one, and then I'll just like move these pieces over. Don't make me blush, please. Okay, let me show you guys before I head out. So, I mean, you've probably seen these paintings already, but I'm gonna still show them. So, this one is Rivers Girl, and this is a limited edition print on my website. So that is available. And then, oh, these are kind of heavy, low key. Also, I ship everything framed, by the way. So like, it's all ready to hang. You can order an unframed option if there's like a vintage frame or like cool, quirky frame that you already own that you want to use. But I do ship them framed. And so this one is called Feeling Free. I love this. I love this one a lot. And then, so everything is on my website. And then, ooh, this is the biggest size that I offer. So this is 24 by 36. Oops. The reflection. But this one is called Force of Nature. And this is also the cover of my first book. So actually, I just sold a print of this piece this weekend. So this one tends to be quite popular. And when it is gone, it is gone. Like, I think I want to say I definitely have less than 200 of each print. So, yeah. When they're gone, they're gone. I think I have like 175 of each one. Because I did want to be able to have like a substantial amount, but still not too much to where it's like mass produced or anything, which far from it. And then this one is called Harvesters of Love and Light. Also in size 24 by 36. So quite big. Like I'll show y'all. I'm not that tall. So like if I put this on the chair here, yeah, that's kind of a visual. I'm like 5'5" and a half. So here's a visual of the largest size of prints on my website. But yeah, y'all can check those out. Very soon, I'll be able to list the art commissions. That's what I want to do, at least one pair of jeans. Oops. I want to do one pair of jeans, one jacket, and one bag, just so people can know, okay, like those are the options that are available. And yeah, we can go from there. Okay. Your paintings, so Jojo says, your paintings are so nice no matter what you think. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, because I look at my artwork all the time. So, I mean, I love my work because I made it and I'm happy about it and it makes me happy. But obviously it's very different as an artist loving your work and then like reaching people who also love your work. So I do appreciate that. Like I have to remind myself, like, your work is beautiful, and it's definitely like an ongoing thing. Catching tail end, but those would make great gifts. That's what I'm saying. I think actually, so it's a fun story. This piece, I know this piece in particular, I want to say like a year or like when I first launched my, like when I first started selling my artwork, someone reached out to me on LinkedIn, and she was like on the board of the Harvard Law School like Black Women's Association or something like that. And so they purchased 2 of these to give away as gifts to their board members. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. So I do think like they make really good corporate gifts, they make good personal gifts, and like the largest ones framed are $6.75, smallest ones framed are $3.75, and then knockoff $75 unframed. But thanks CM Mike. Dang Diplomatic Cigar is jacked. Look at his chin. LOL. Jojo. That is, I mean, I'll go check it out. Thank you. Diplomatic Cigar says I like that one. The middle one? Wait, this one? Was it this one that you liked, or this one? Oh, the other one. Okay. Thank you. I like that one a lot too. Yeah, I was happy when they bought it, and I was like, oh, I felt quite special. So, you know, I think like being an artist, it has its ups, it has its downs, but y'all do make this journey very fun for me. So thank you. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my check out my website. Like I said, www.alaerelifestyle.com. I put it in the chat, but I don't know if I can put it on mobile. Wait, let's see. Let's see. LOL. Well, no, my computer has died, so the music is gone. But oh my gosh. Jojo, thank you for telling everyone to subscribe. Yeah, definitely like the live. Like it. That helps a lot. And what else? What are my other calls to action? Yeah, I wrote down all the ideas we discussed today, so thank you for y'all's input. Special shout out to Diplomatic Cigar because, yeah. Push-ups every day. Are you really jacked? I want to see you down. Now I'm curious. I'm like, is this really a thing? Okay. Yeah, I can't do push-ups with my knee injury. Tear. Anyways, oh, I am gonna post some like cute photos and videos from my birthday weekend though, if y'all want to see. I'll post some on the shorts so y'all can see because I was looking cute. Okay, I was looking cute. Who is crazy? Oh, he's not talking to me. I was like, who is crazy? Okay, but yeah, so starting tomorrow, I'm gonna do the idea of the like writing down your names and stuff. Question, should I write down, I think I'll write down the YouTube names, but then, hold on, okay, let's circle back. Because I want to write down, obviously, the names on the canvas. Should it be the YouTube names or your real names? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. We'll try to see how my employer usually gets art. The buildings are filled with various pieces. Thank you. I appreciate that because I have seen, like, it's a whole thing. But usually they work with, like, one of three people. There's either a curator in-house or a curator that they work with from like an interior design firm, or they just kind of like work with the procurement person and they just find a company or like an artist studio or whatever and buy directly from them. So it depends, but I would appreciate the plug. Take a photo of the ideas to back them up. Oh yeah, for sure. Like my computer just died and I'm on my phone right now, but I'm gonna take a photo. Actually, I have a whole like business folder digitally and stuff like that. So I have a YouTube folder. I'm a nerd. Trust me, like there's a whole like digital organization system that I do have. So I'll put this in the monetization folder for YouTube. But I do want to know, like maybe you can sell to large corporates. Oh, trust me, Diplomatic Cigar, I have been trying to, even though there's that quote, there is no try, there's only do. But I think I got kind of overwhelmed because selling to corporations, as you know, the B2B sales cycle is a lot longer than direct to consumer and it requires different marketing. So there was I'd say, was it Q3 this year that I was focused more on a B2B approach. And I mean, I definitely warmed up some leads with like curators and interior designers, but I think it would be easier if I could figure out that in-house, like direct to the person who makes the final purchasing decision in-house. Because I feel like I kept getting redirected to like maybe the agency that they work with who procures the artwork for them. And it just started to get a little bit frustrating because it's just, me right now. And like, I do have things I want to outsource. And then there was a whole fiasco with interns. I don't even want to go there. But yeah, so like that's definitely on my list. Trust me, there's nothing you guys are telling me besides this right now that I'm like, yeah, like trust. I am trying my best as one person, but y'all can also be my ambassadors. If you work at a company and you'd love to see my artwork in your company, maybe do a little digging, and be like, yeah, there's a really great artist named Odemi Pesu. She owns an art company called Alaere Lifestyle. Make a block party and sell paintings. You'll make bucks. Thanks, Jojo. Can you check my channel? It might be cringe because I'm 9. Everybody's cringe under the age of 16. It's okay. Air Pukiti says Ram. I don't know what that means, but right back at ya. But yeah, okay, Jojo Siwa. So back to the block party thing. Yes, I would need sponsors, but it's just something I can't do by myself. So these are all great ideas. It's just I need help. Like, I think it all boils down to that. Like, I need help and I need like a team of people who we all have, something to gain from it. Like, obviously, I don't want people to just help me and they don't feel like they're getting anything in return. But like, I've seen things where, and this happens more so in like New York, Chicago, DC, Atlanta. We're getting there. We are getting there. But like, there's not like hella like local block parties down in Atlanta, and I think there was an uptick in like gun violence like at a point in time, and maybe that's kind of why. But I live in the suburbs, so I don't know. How's the market for live auctions? I don't like. I've seen a lot of like live auctions on Whatnot for companies who sell apparel and jewelry, but things under $100. I own a luxury brand. I can't lie. Like, I do understand that art and like handmade leather goods are a luxury, and so I do wonder if like auctions, like live auctions on Whatnot, would be okay for my price, like my prices. But I've never tried before, so it could be worth it to make a Whatnot account and go live on there. But I have heard people say, like when I'm like, researching, reading the Reddits and stuff like that, people do say like with Whatnot, it's easier to build a following elsewhere and then like direct your following to Whatnot. So maybe I might just have to do like live auctions here on YouTube since I'm already building a community here. Oh, okay. CM Mike says start a members only YouTube video option with behind the scenes footage of planning and other ideas. Yeah, sorry, I like blinked out for a second. Yeah, I do need to go eat something. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, let me drink some water. Yeah, that makes sense. Y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's my first day out here, like, meaning I just started going live. So I love all these ideas, and I'm like, okay, yes. But I also like have to remind myself not to get too overwhelmed. But with the members only channel, maybe I could do like special, because like for example, none of my originals are on my website, and there's like artwork that I have in my studio that y'all can't see. Like, I'll show y'all one. Let's migrate over elsewhere in my studio. Okay, so oops, oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. So like I have like, for example, like, wow. Let me just take the phone off the tripod and then I'll go. So I have like other paintings and stuff like in my studio that are originals that have been shown in galleries that I don't put on my website. But I like feel like maybe a members only channel could be a cool way to share more of my originals, and everybody else just gets to see the live paintings and like the prints. So thank you. Thanks, CM Mike. So Diplomatic Cigar says, in South Africa, luxury art dealers need to register as accountable institutions. Maybe I can try to get those in order and see if I can distribute into South Africa. Thank you. Yeah, here, all I had to do was open an LLC. So yeah, I just needed an LLC, which I do have. Like if they need to verify that like I'm actually a business owner and have worked with galleries here, I can provide that information. I'm like, yeah, I try not to get too overwhelmed because there's so many things that I am doing in real time and also would like to do and to accomplish, but it takes a lot of time. It doesn't happen overnight. And so it's like, I love these ideas. Like, I'm just being transparent with y'all. Like, even like as far as, working with corporations, I used to work at B2B marketing and that stuff, it just moves so slow, and it's not impossible. Like my sister, she works at this I'm not gonna like blast where she works, but she works at like a prominent, a well-known consulting company, and she was showing me like some of their she has like, you know, seen so much artwork in their lobby and stuff. But when I dug deeper, the acquisition process for those pieces is usually like working with more established galleries and stuff. So I don't even know, but like this is great. I think that this is helpful for me because it's also reminding me that I'm on the right path, because if y'all are suggesting things that I've been giving time to, then obviously like it's worth continuing to do so. So thank you. Okay. Sam Mike says you probably have like 50 new items from doing these live streams. You would think it takes a long time to paint. Like even these jeans. Oh, wait, actually I love this. Wait, hold on, let me show you guys. Let's do, because I took it off the tripod. So that's what it's looking like. But this has taken me like quite some time. Also, I do not mean to show my street. Safety reasons, but like, yeah, like this has taken some time. So I think like maybe if I do a private member channel, actually, let me write this down. If I do private members where y'all can see me, 50 new ideas. Yeah, I'm like, I'm definitely not 50 new paintings. Like, that's just, no. But I think your idea, C and Mike, about like the private members channel, I think that could work for some of my original paintings. Like the regular lives could be, you know, the wearable art stuff that I've been doing, and then like the lookbook, like, you know, the stuff I've been doing the last couple of weeks, which I can't believe I've only been going live for 2 weeks. But yeah, like I think the channel membership could be strictly for originals and like people who want to spend original painting type of money, because my originals are not less, for the most part. I wouldn't say they're like less than like 3,500. So that's why I don't just casually sell those on my website, because yeah, like I think it's better to like verify certain things when you're selling artwork at that price range. But and it's just easier to work with galleries, even though they take a 50% commission. So that's why, yeah, channel membership I think will make that originals. But I might have to start that. I need to look more into how that works. Like, how do channel memberships work? Like, do I have to do a separate live? Maybe I can go live on like a Sunday or something. Jojo says, when do you end? I've been on my phone because of you, LOL. Listen, Jojo, you gotta go. I'm about to go too. We were just having a good conversation, so that's why I was like, yeah, let me soak up the ideas from people who actually are in support of my art career. But okay, y'all, I am actually hungry, so I'll give you guys another view of the jeans that we made today. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Also, this is one of my paintings, my originals, and then a mural that I painted in my studio. Jojo, we are sorry, no need to be rude. I'm not being rude, Jojo. Jojo, I know you're 9, but we're not mates. No, I was saying that to answer when do you need to end, I'm saying that we're having a good conversation. I didn't want to like abruptly get off. Okay. But it's okay. CM Mike says, love the original. Thank you. Yeah, so something like this, like the price does scare people who like it can be a jump for people psychologically to see a print for 300 and then see an original for like 10K or something, and they're like, whoa, it like does something to their mind. But I'm like, this took me months. I don't even want to get into like just buying the canvas, and then I primed it myself, cut it myself, like That took a long time. And then in the process, I kind of damaged my wall, which is why I ended up having to paint that mural to cover the damage and like kind of sand it a little. It was a lot. So yeah, but this is my home studio, y'all, and I really love talking to y'all. And Jojo, thank you for your moderation today. You did great. And thanks for the ideas, CM Mike and Diplomatic Cigar. Y'all have been really awesome. And yeah, I hope y'all do check out my work. Oh wait, CM Mike says I recently got into Haitian art, so I know. Yeah, like it's like art costs money. It costs money to make, it costs money to sell, like it just costs money. So it's a luxury good, and I will continue to treat it as such. Okay, Jojo says, you're welcome, have a good night, I'll be here tomorrow. Oh, thank you, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, mwah, bisu bisu, bye y'all.